Welcome back. We have Kevin Moore and Tad Rodgers with us, and they're from the First Baptist Church here in Mountain Home. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you very much.
Have you been enjoying the show?
We have. It's been a lot of fun.
Who do you like best, just before we start?
It makes it feel so much
you.
better.
Definitely.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank
Of
you.
course.
The heartache would be
Well, who knew the
so
special
much.
guest was the lead pastor over at First Baptist? We kind of.
Hey, I'm here.
There you go, and hopefully it's feeling special.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
special guest.
Are the Baptists over there, are they fun people?
Very fun people.
Are they really fun
Very
people? You know, you
fun
hear a lot of
people.
things about Baptists.
I know.
You know.
It's a fun bunch.
Now, I have been in ministry longer, and I can tell you, I have encountered, some of them, no.
Amen, brother.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I think every denomination would probably have to agree.
Yes.
Well, it's like football teams. There's always something wrong with the other one, right?
There you go.
Defense isn't not strong
There
enough.
you
or-
go.
yeah.
Well, between individual members, too. Sometimes there's just that one person.
Yeah. You gotta have. It's always one person. It's always.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
sometimes it's me that's
Well, I was
that
going to say, when I
person.
look
There
in the
you go.
mirror, I see that person.
God bless us
Yeah.
with that.
God's got a sense of humor. He
Exactly.
Yes, He
those people-
does.
He places those people for us, our benefit.
There you go.
Yes, this is true.
So what's going on with the church? What are you here for? What do you want to talk about?
Coming up, March 12
Okay.
through 15, we're going to have a 4-day event called Gospel Awakening. And we're having a guy in by the name of Dr. Ron Herod out of Knoxville, Tennessee, who is a worldwide evangelist, revivalist, has pastored before, but we've invited him to come in for 4 days with us and
Like a
share with us
revival,
a little
I
bit.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just emphasizing prayer and preparation for what God has in store.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. Every time I've seen a church be intentionally focused on evangelism, you just see God do amazing things. I mean, Sunday morning, a woman woke up and said she needed to go to church, Googled churches, showed up at our church, and a woman in our church spent time with her and led her to the Lord.
Wow.
And that's just the
Wow.
kind of things that are what happens when
That's right.
the gospel is awakened in people's hearts.
It's
and
amazing.
lives.
Now, when you talk about revivals, now there's certain, and I've talked to different pastors that really do well in evangelism, and some people or some pastors do well with shepherding a church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it about a revival? Is this a scheduled thing, or is it a need that you recognize?
What I
Is that
see?
a question or what?
What
No,
I
that is
see
a question.
when I think of revival, I think for me the emphasis is on the preparation. I think we've been praying for years, for awakening, for revival in our country and our community, and we can't program a time when God is going to move in people's lives, but we can pray and prepare and seek Him. And when we look throughout history, every time there's been a great movement of God, it has followed prayer. And so to me, that's really crucial. And then just trusting God with the results and not trying to manipulate things, because that's not what we're about.
The word awakening in itself is kind of a fascinating word. You think about it, sometimes we have some really cloudy days here, and I find myself sitting in the office and my head begins to bob and I'm yawning a lot and I'm going, more coffee, something to kind of wake me up. And you know what? Many times in life, life gets hard, it becomes routine, it gets extremely busy, and we kind of drift through life, not thinking about the spiritual side of our life. And I think about this community, and I have heard so many stories. I've only been here about 2.5 years, but a lot of people came here for their very first time on vacation with family or friends, and some of them, even before they left the area when they were here on vacation, bought a home. Or if they didn't buy a home, they went home with the dream, and they worked hard all of their life, and they dreamed. And finally the day came when they retired, and they moved to this area, and they planted their lives right here. the sad thing is sometimes when we have worked so hard in our lives and begin to enjoy the fruits of our labor, we forget about the spiritual side of life. And one of the things that comes as a part of that is connecting with people who are doing the same thing we are, going through life together. And I think a lot of people in our area are really missing one of the most important things the area has, and that's a lot of community relationships, friends that are here around a common purpose, and that's their faith in Christ.
Right.
How, and go ahead, you going to
Well, I
say
was
something?
just kind of following up on your question about the pastoral side, shepherding side, evangelist. I really think it's got to be all of those, and that's one of the things I'm thankful for with our staff, because we try to keep, you know, the focus primarily. We're there to worship God, and then to be His disciples, followers of Christ, involved in people's lives, modeling that what it is to live for Jesus, and then looking beyond ourselves outwardly in ministries, missions, and I think it's got to be all of that.
Yeah.
And I think the kind of awakening we're looking for will bring people that realization that it's not about me and my desires and what I want, but how can God use me? You know, what's my purpose here?
Well, do you think that, you know, this lady that we're talking about that felt like she needed to go to church, do you think that's a spiritual thing was in her that made her want to reach out to a church, or you think it's a spiritual calling of some kind?
I think every human being is trying to answer two questions in their life. Who am I, and what in the world am I doing here? What's the meaning of my life? And I think you don't ever discover that in all of its fullness outside of the spiritual. And I think inherently every human being, when they're searching for that, many times it becomes a crisis that helps us really get in a dead run to find some answers in that area. You know, I would challenge all of us to think, and I think we could think really quickly, when we had some really tough times in our life, we begin to kind of think about what's most important in life and reach out. And that's what this is about. In fact, Dr. Herod is a cancer survivor. He went through a bout of multiple melanoma, I think. In fact, he came to Little Rock, Arkansas to get his treatment, where they basically kill you and then bring you back to life by giving you those blood transfusions. And on Tuesday of that week, on, let's see, that would be the 14th, on Tuesday at 12 noon, we'd like to invite anybody that's battling with cancer right now to come and join us at noon for a free lunch. And Dr. Herod's just going to share about his experience, and particularly bring a talk that he's entitled Learning from the Darkness of those dark days of walking through cancer.
It's really incredible to see how God is using him. Kevin has been a friend of his for years, and we have another fellow in our church who pastored over in Flippin for 32 years, Steve Martin, and he shared that when he became a Christian, and Dr. Herod was his pastor, and he said for 6 or 7 years they would baptize like 15 or 20 people a week, and he said, I just thought that's the way you did church.
Yeah.
But so God has used this man over the years, but right now, tomorrow I believe, he's on his way back. He'll be coming back from India. He has an institute where they train pastors around the world, Nicaragua, different places, and so he is still being used of God in a great way.
Interesting.
And the revival starts when?
On Sunday morning, beginning March 12th, our service is at 9 o'clock, and then we'll come back on Sunday night, and Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night at 6:30.
Very good.
6:30.
Yeah. You didn't have to do that for him, did you?
Yeah, he's got it.
You got it down. Well, we hope people come out, and if you're interested in what they do over there at the First Baptist Church in Mount Home, then they can contact you. I had a phone number up there earlier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Always welcome.
Great.
And
All
even though they're
ages.
Baptists, they're probably great people.
There you go. Yeah.
Some of us, I assure you
Surrounded by
are.
Baptists, you better tread a little
No, we won't.
softly.
We will not be having the wine and cheese like the previous segment. But we welcome people.
Well,
So,
but you can get your spirit filled there, right?
there you go.
There you
Different
go.
Bring
spirit.
your family. family too. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about the wine and cheese.
Right.
There you go.
And on Monday evening, we will be having an emphasis with children, and on Wednesday evening with students, with young our
And
youth.
that's during the revival?
Yes.
Monday and
Yes.
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah.
What a treat.
So
All
looking
right.
forward to it.
Well, thanks, guys.
Hey,
Thank
pleasure
you.
to be with you guys
Hey,
today.
been
we
great.
had fun.
bet.
Hope you guys did too.
We did.
We did.
Thanks,
Thank
and
you.
glad to meet y'all.
Meet you.
You as well.
And that does it for all of us.
Already?
Yeah, we had a
Time
good.
just
I had a good time.
flies.
Always interesting. You know, I like it
Always
when
fun.
people come to me to want to talk to me. It's so I don't have to go to their house. It's easy this way. The camera's already here. I don't have to worry about all the lights
Yeah.
and stuff. They get to come here.
We're in all those people's houses all at the same time. That's pretty cool.
You didn't tell me that.
All two of them.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to be a part of what we do here, you can get a hold of us here at Hometown Television here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. You can give us a call at 870-424-6957. We have a website. I think it's hometowntv.net. .net. Yeah, there it is right there. Hometowntv.net. I'll get it. There's too many things to
Thanks,
think
Gil.
about. Facebook, we're on at Hometown Television. Just,
Gosh, we're everywhere.
well, we're trying to be everywhere.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming too.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.